investigate, they're going to find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Andrew's spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're going to find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's it up from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.
Surgery revolutionised the way in which we approach illness and disease. Before its advent, medical practitioners could only treat patients based on external phenomena and not the underlying realities within their concealed anatomy. But the history of surgery is also a history of controversy. Indeed, it's difficult to standardise in invasive medical practice without breaking a few bones. So how does surgery work, and can we really trust it? What were the origins of surgery, and how much has it changed? What's the most controversial kind of surgery? And should we look to a future where robots are completing surgeries rather than human beings? To help me answer some of these questions, I'm joined by Charlie Milner, who's surgical in his ability to make me smile. Charlie, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Charlie, your thoughts and opinions on surgery? Well, this is the quietest start to, I think, any podcast.
Well,
Are you
Andrew,
doing some sort of...
I like to keep my cards quite close to my chest on surgery.
Okay.
There's a dark underbelly.
Okay, so are you don't want to share too much?
I know a lot, and I've seen stuff.
Out of respect for
Bupa.
For Bupa.
Mm.
So it's going to be a very quiet podcast from your end because of your...
Well, let me just say, I won't say much,
Right.
but a lot of the surgeons are actually...
What are you talking about?
A lot of the surgeons are actually
In prison.
in prison, and they've been replaced with those in prison. There's been a switch.
What? Hold on.
There's been a big switcheroo, Andrew, and I guess now is the time to tell the world. The prisoners that you are, the guy who's operating on your knee is actually an armed robber. And the one who's in the brain surgery, he's a sex attacker. I didn't want to say it. I guess now is the episode to blow the roof off.
Okay, your silence at the start of the episode is now starting to make sense, given that you've uncovered this vast conspiracy of some sort of jail to doctor swapping that's going on. What was the reason for this jail?
Happened. I think there was one doctor that got swapped,
Right.
and then the other prisoners.
Why?
Because he had a romantic relations with the prisoner, and the prisoner really wanted to have a go on the scalpel.
And he said, have a go.
Have a go.
I'll pretend to be
And then
you.
the prisoner was like, actually took to it very adeptly.
Yeah.
And then he's been faking it ever since. I actually have some research I'd like to share with you. No, this is not researchy.
Our most bizarre start
Andrew,
to
is
any
it too early?
episode yet. What in the fucking Christ is going on?
Is it too early to bring out some research? Because it couldn't be more relevant.
You could bring out some research.
I'd like to. So, one very notable case of a fake surgeon, Andrew, is Ferdinand Waldo de Mara. Okay? And he's known as the Great Imposter. What he did was, Andrew, he bluffed his way into the Royal Canadian Navy. He basically went on the ship. I don't know if he killed the real doctor, Joseph Cyr. Joseph seriously missing. Actually, they started calling him. And he posed as a surgeon, but he was actually kind of bizarrely good at it. So all 16 of his patients survived he was in a war zone.
When was this?
This is in the 50s.
Korean War, was it?
In the South Korean War.
Right.
And a load of guys got shot, which happens a lot, actually.
In war.
During wartime.
People do get shot during wartime.
And 16 guys came back and were like, we're fucked, help us. And somehow, he managed to kind of style out 16 surgeries and even had assistants that he was sort of teaching. And he basically learned out of like a magazine.
Right.
Why
Why did he try and pretend? Well,
I think he just wanted to play doctor. It's in the same way that this is happening a lot nowadays. But his ultimate undoing was that he made headlines but for being such a good surgeon that when the newspapers found out about him and his mum therefore could read the paper, she outed him as actually just Joseph de Mara.
His mum outed him?
I think so, yeah. But
That's
then
a
they
bit
made a film about him. So that's one of the very rare cases where it works.
Right. But you're saying generally
up and down the
doesn't
country,
work.
Bupa, to be honest,
it's just convicts, okay.
It's essentially Bupa now.
But clearly there's some success possible if you're faking being a surgeon.
I mean, I can do it.
I can fake being a surgeon.
I imagine you'd be better than me.
I don't necessarily think so.
More of a tolerance for gross. than me.
So this is going to be quite a tough episode for you, isn't it?
I can't deal with it.
You can't really deal with any mention throughout this podcast of any kind of blood and or limbs or flesh of you being kind of wriggling around in your chair.
Well, yeah. And I can't ignore the fact that at some point I'm going to need a surgeon. Surgeons will operate on me again, and it's going to be disgusting.
Have you had surgery?
I have.
What
once.
did you do?
I was at my friend JJ McLeod, the farmer from Cirencester, who I had complex sort of not gay feelings for.
Yeah,
but,
you mounted him on a sleepover.
yeah, with a rock on, and I was at his house, and this is after that happened, but they're not linked, at least not in a kind of way that I can put my finger on.
Right.
I was on a quad bike with him, and I drove into a wall, and I
Oh yeah.
and did I talked about this?
I remember you driving a quad bike into.
I drove JJ's quad bike into the wall, and then it fell on top of me, and I kind of slashed open my knee. You see, I've got this like smiley face scar.
Yeah,
on my
you
knee.
do have a scar there. Yeah,
I've been around the block,
you have. Yeah.
and
JJ McLeod's farm.
I basically couldn't bend my knee for 3 months, and they put me under general anaesthetic.
After 3 months, they just thought, let's just put him under general anaesthetic.
Before-
He can't bend his knee. We'll just knock him out.
No, before the 3 months.
So what was the surgery?
The surgery was let's stitch him up again.
They
He's
put you
fucked.
under general anaesthetic to stitch you up. How old were you?
I was about 10.
I guess that's fair.
Is that fair?
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
There are terrifying stories of people not waking up after general anaesthetic.
Yeah, it's rare to hear of stitches done where they just knock you out.
They were
completely.
serious.
Were you freaking out?
I think I was freaking out.
Yeah, okay. They probably just knocked you out to not have to deal
Make
with
him
you.
shut up.
Yeah.
Um,
10-year-old boy.
But it was
Right, okay.
it was my only instance of like breaking it of any kind of serious hospital visit,
Yeah.
and I didn't like it at all. But yeah, that's my only surgery story. What's yours?
Okay. I've had, what have I had? I've had two or three, I think, to remove cysts because I'm a lumpy boy. Shaking his head is what he's doing at me
Revolting.
now, calling me revolting.
I mean, cyst. They shouldn't be calling it a cyst because it automatically sounds like this kind of pulsating blob of fluid. It just,
well, it is basically that. And you're calling me revolting and disgusting.
I'm saying that. I mean, have you ever had any cysts?
Mister, everyone should open up about everything, and as soon as someone does,
Emotionally,
it's
not
your
like talk to me about your cysts.
I've opened up to you emotionally, and it's always, what? Really? Ugh.
Do you still have one?
Don't point at me and ask me, do I still have cysts?
Are you
like
cultivating a cyst at the minute?
that? Maybe. There might be one on the way.
God.
Mm.
I imagine
more
you
than
probably-
happy
you might
to
be
see you
genetically disposed towards
I am
cysts.
genetically. I am. My dad used to have them. And then my dog had them as well. Like,
Is
this
that a
getting bit-
cancerous thing?
No.
Good.
Then my dog had them as well, and I thought that's getting a bit too far. We're all getting a bit too cysty over here.
You can't have a
The
cysty
cysty
dog.
boys. Well,
Does your sister ever have cysts?
I don't think she has had one. No,
That
she's
is
got
a
her own
shame.
problems though. But I would often think about me in medieval times, or like before the advent of this kind of stustuff. I'd have just been lumpy. I'd have been that lumpy boy in the village.
Yeah, because you already are a little bit lumpy.
In what way?
I think you just exude lump.
Go on, finish it.
No,
Go
that's
on.
it. That's it.
No, I exude lump. What does that mean?
I think you know what it means.
I don't know what it means. I'd like you to explain
have a
to me
lumpy-
right now
you have a
why I
lumpy,
exude lump.
You
I've got a lumpy
You have a
presence, do I?
lumpy sort of star sign. Your star sign is lump.
And I'd like you to explain why.
Because you're kind of a potato sort of trench dweller who is lovely, but ultimately belongs like within the mud. And I visit the mud, and I am often there, but my issues are more mental, whereas physically I'm much more kind of in tune and in check.
A lumpy potato trench dweller who lives in the mud.
Who I love deeply.
Into my surgery story, I had one when I was like, I think I had two. One like here and here when I was like 7, and then I went under general to get those out. And then this was the one that was fucked. I had one on my eyelid there,
Oh gosh.
and I then went to, it was I just had this lump on my eyelid for fucking ages. And even at that point, it took ages to get anywhere on the NHS. And then I went to my GP, and it was because I think sometimes they can sort it, but most of the time you have to go to a specialist to get it done. But then, so I got sent to, then you get referred to somewhere else. And they went, it's so close to your eye that we can't touch that. We need to take you to the eye. You need to go to the eye unit. And then I then I got referred to the eye unit like 5 months later after still having this lump on me. Then went there, and then they started doing an eye test on me, and they were like, "Yeah, you've got 20/20 vision. Why are you here?" I went, "Because of the fucking lump on my eyelid." And then they went, well, we just specialize in eyes. You can't, what's the point of you being here? And I went, I don't know. I'm not in charge of this referral process. Then like 4 months later, I get put to the other, where I was actually meant to go. And then they saw it and they're like, yeah, we'll cut that out for you. That's fine. They went, obviously, given how close it is to your eye, we should probably do this under general, but I'm aware you've been waiting for ages. We could do it today if you're up for doing it under local. And I went, fuck it, let's do it. Jesus. So then that was the most painful experience of my life by far.
Did you feel it?
They were putting in, to put the anesthetic in, it basically is like the worst bee sting is what it feels like. They were injecting, they had to inject local rounds on the bone of my eye there. So bearing in mind when they're putting the needle in, it just hits your bone. There's nothing really fucking there. And then whilst I'm awake, they then cut my eyelid open and I could feel the heat of everything. It numbs the pain, but there was like, I could smell it as well.
You can smell the what?
I could smell the glue that they used after to put it back together, but you could just about feel them like taking it out and cutting around the eyelid while and then basically I can't shut my eye because it's it's on my eyelid. So I could kind of see them coming down with the scalpel whilst I'm awake and just sat there like Christ. And then they took it out and then they glued it and I could smell like the skin glue kind of thing.
Did you feel like a man?
I did feel like a man.
That is quite a manly.
And then I had a fucked face when I came back. And then I went upstairs and had a lie down and then came back downstairs and there was a man I didn't recognise with my auntie and he just started taking the piss out of how I looked. And I said, who the fuck is this, Dad? He went, that's your uncle. And I went, well, he's not very nice.
First time you met him?
I think so, yeah.
How old were you when this happened?
18, 17, 16.
On the journey from kind of mole to, I guess like, the final form of a cyst is somebody climbs out of you?
Yeah.
Where did you think cyst is on that journey?
Very close to mole compared to someone climbs out with you.
I mean, would you befriend that person if they climbed out of you?
Depends what they're like.
If they're kind of fine, they're like they're not like lovely or hilarious, but they're not malevolent. They
don't retract from the vibe, but they're not adding much to the vibe.
They're kind of like that friend who you see often, but he's more friends with your other mates, but he's always there.
I'd be pretty annoyed if he was more friends with my other mates. So I'd be like, you literally came out with me.
No,
but I semi-birthed you, and now you're friends with all of my friends.
Well, as far as it's more that the way you relate to him is like you could take him or leave him.
Sorry, what was the question?
If a guy jumped out of your body,
yeah,
would you befriend that person if they were kind of just fine? I guess you'd love them like a brother, wouldn't you, or like a son?
Yeah, I'd probably feel some responsibility to take care of him. How good is it? Does he slip into modern life? Or
he does, but he keeps making slightly off-color remarks.
So it's only the remarks he's making, but he can feed himself. He gets a job.
He can do, but he lacks some ambition, and he kind of is lazy.
Okay, is he like wanting
and
to live with me?
And it's on you to support. Yeah, you have to support him like a kind of like parent would their son.
Well, I have to support him then. It's not really a question of would I befriend him.
You don't have to. You could abandon him, but he will suffer.
I'm going to stick with him, I think. I think I'd feel quite a lot of responsibility about him.
You know, there'd be a freedom to not having him there, but you'd often be worrying about him when you're having a nice time.
Are the medical community like dazzled by it?
Weirdly, they don't really give a shit.
They don't really give a shit. Well, that's going to be a tough one because I'll be like, no one
because
really...
they're all criminals.
They're all criminals anyway. But I'd be like, no one really cares about what's happened, so it's hard to have that responsibility of it.
Yeah. They're actually
there should be like, what's going on? And they're like, I'll care for this medical marvel. But if everyone's like, yeah.
They should be treating him like E.T.
Yeah. Yeah.
What relation to you is he?
He's not my son.
He's kind of your... He's
me. He came from a sack of fluid in me.
He's
Sistru.
Sistru.
A sister.
He's your sister.
Cyster. He's my sister.
That's quite lovely. Actually.
I think I would have responsibility for him. I think you would too.
Okay, but one day
Matt would drown him in the bath.
I wouldn't do that. Does he die if
I've
you
seen
stop
you drown
eating?
worse things in the bath, mate. Let's not get into uni though.
Andrew, I want to pick your brains about something.
Please.
But not literally.
Not like that.
There was what I want to discuss. I think I could never have been a surgeon. The decision was made for me immediately. I wanted to be a footballer, Andrew.
Did you? Is that what you wanted to be when you grew up?
When I was small, yeah.
Who was your idol?
Wayne Rooney.
Was it?
But then he let me down.
That doesn't make sense of your personality at all.
I just like looking at
Wayne
he was kind of he was mocked for his looks, but actually same with Susan Boyle. She looked like a Boyle, but she sang like a Susan.
Yeah. Sang like a Susan.
So that was never open for me, but I think maybe I could get into it a bit more I'll be probably dead by this point, unless they freeze me, which they're now doing in San Francisco. Have you heard about this? $100,000 a year to get frozen, but so that down the line, if they manage to unfreeze you, you can
Well,
come
they can
back
unfreeze you. That's not the problem.
with you being
they
alive. If they can successfully reanimate you from death in frozen, it's $100,000 a year.
Or if they can fix what you died from, surely. What?
I'm saying your body goes, you die, and then they put you in
So
in
what's
one of
the point
Yukon.
in what if they've magically worked out how to unfreeze a body? Then what?
Have you seen Yvonne of the Yukon?
No.
Basically, they freeze you in a kind of cryo chamber
Yeah.
thing, and they have them out in the outskirts of San Francisco.
When you've died.
When you've died.
So
that-
what's the point of unfreezing a corpse if you can't fix the dead body?
nothing yet?
Right.
But there's on the off chance that they figure that out,
Yeah.
they've frozen people's pets. People are like in frozen.
But that's
with
the
their
point,
dogs.
right? You get frozen with the hope that they
With the
find
hope.
a
It's
cure.
all hope-based.
It's not just freeze me when I'm dead and then you can unfreeze me.
No,
in
no,
100
it's
years.
that with the hope of coming
fine.
back.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
why I'm talking about this.
Would you like to be frozen?
I'd like to be frozen.
I think the tough thing about freezing your body is if you're going to do it, if it's going to be worth waking up again when you're defrozen, unfrozen.
All your mates would be dead as well.
All your mates would be dead
Unless you
you do a freezing pact together.
Yeah, but then I think the only people that can afford that probably are like quite annoying.
Arguably, freezing shouldn't be too expensive, should it? I'll just
$100,000
whack
a
you
year.
in my freezer.
I think there's more to it than that.
You
It's
whack
like
me in
freezing
yours,
eggs.
I'll whack you in mine.
You can't put my eggs in your freezer though.
Your eggs.
My progesterone eggs, my vagina eggs.
Right, no, I can't.
That won't work. The baby will come out with like 4 heads.
I could.
What I'm saying is
No, let me finish this point.
Yes.
The problem with freezing, if it's going to be worth you waking up when you're defrosted, you've got to freeze yourself at a fairly young age. Otherwise, I don't want to be like, if I'm 80 or if I'm 90 and I've died of, I don't know, anything that can happen to a 90-year-old.
Yeah.
And then they cure that one thing. I'm still fucking 90.
That is true.
And then I'm going to die from another thing in 5 years. Not even that. Like 6 months later, oh, you've got another thing that we can't cure. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I guess freeze me again. Then you'll end up just freezing all the time.
That is true. It's a bit
I'm
of
just
a
going
gamble.
to keep freezing myself until I eventually, I don't know, I'll just dissolve.
But I suppose the idea is that when you come back, for 90-year-olds, they might have special kind of powers or Heelys that they can just like roll. You know, there's like might be.
I don't think it's like that at all, actually.
There might be more advanced methods of 90-year-olds bombing about when in like 2092.
Right. We've cured your heart disease.
But
you
got him.
will be dying of the brain disintegration soon, but we've got you a pair of Heelys.
But this is my point actually.
But then if you freeze yourself at like 40,
what?
but isn't that the only, like, that's what I don't get about
It's too much of a
freezing.
gamble. You can't do that.
Well, exactly. But unless
Until
we
it's
unless we kind of progress in inverted commas into transhumanism, then I guess you can wait for that. I don't need my body anymore. But I don't quite get freezing because you're only going to do it when you're older, and then what's the point?
But what I was saying was,
Yeah.
if in the future they might get to a point where you can sort of genetically modify people with kind of robot. You know, we basically become sort of cyborgs.
Right. Yeah.
Surgery which initiates cyborgness. You know, putting fucking pellets and lasers in my arms.
Pellets.
Yeah, like little pellets that dispenses like Polos and Mentos and stuff.
Yeah. Most of your
Now
kind
we're
of
talking.
view of medical progression is to do with how many sweets can I get?
But now I've got to take, you know, I've got Polos in my pocket.
Right.
It's not the same thing as if I could
We could make you a skin polo pocket.
I think it would be quite bootleg and horrible, and I'd
It would.
get infected through pathogens.
I imagine so.
Would you like a
and
polo?
the copious amount of sweets. I'm all right, thanks.
They reduce your sperm count?
Polos.
Apparently.
Pops one in immediately. Is that why you're eating polos, to reduce your sperm count?
No.
But back to surgery and surgeons and surgical nature. You have a point?
I have a point, Andrew.
What is it?
Which is that a discussion on surgery would not be complete without an acknowledgement of the greatest surge that ever was, Serge Gainsbourg, the French pop artist.
Here's to Serge Gainsbourg.
What a fucking lovely man.
He was, I think he had some dodgy shit
I'm
going
sure
on,
he
didn't
did, but his legacy is absolutely fire. And
Yep.
he is one of the most important figures in French pop. You know, songs such as, and I want you to sing it, please, Andrew, Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde.
It's like he's in the room with us.
Bonnie and Clyde. So other than surgery is also the cutting open of people to have a rummage around in there. And
You don't mind if I ever go, do you?
get in me. Charlie just bit me. Right. But to get into the nitty gritty, the anatomy patamy,
Or
of
the
it,
titty bitty if you're having a breast reduction.
but surgery, it doesn't make sense. I don't think it makes sense, and it's one of those things that I don't care about hearing the explanation. You can't explain it to me.
You can, Andrew.
You shouldn't be able to cut someone open, rummage around, sew them up, and they're fine. I don't care if they're knocked out or not. You can't do it. You can't. What do you mean you can replace my heart? No, you can't. You're not allowed to. That's fucking obscene. It doesn't make any sense. Thinking about a heart transplant.
Ugh. All of the kind of little tubes.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be able to happen. It's similar to televisions. You know, they exist, but not really. No one knows how they work. They don't. No, it doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't make any sense, and therefore it doesn't. I don't care about the
Let him
explanation.
cook.
That's it. Don't.
No, it's true. It's fucked.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, you can't. They make more sense than things such as planes. No,
What?
it doesn't actually. It doesn't make any more sense.
What surgery makes? What
What's-
do you think makes more sense? Surgery or planes?
Surgery.
Makes more sense.
No. Planes. I actually take it back completely, Andrew. It is fucked.
What are you taking back?
Everything I've said.
Okay.
I agree with you completely. It's basically what you can do. What I find most baffling is the fact that you can essentially Mr. Potato Head people into sort of put my fucking lung in you and then like grab that guy's eye and then I'll have it in my eye, obviously. But the fact that you can just take people and put them back together in mad little ways
Yeah.
is fucked. And you can like separate conjoined twins.
Mm.
It's absolutely phenomenal, Andrew.
It is phenomenal. It doesn't quite.
I mean,
make
we're-
sense. But even with transplants, that's the difficulty
Transplant.
with this accent. What is it? What are we
Transplant.
saying?
Heart transplant.
Transplant.
It sounds stupid.
Transplant.
Heart transplant.
Transplant. We're definitely Southerners are wrong with it because there's
Transplant.
too many plant. I don't know. Anyway,
Plantain.
with
Pasta dolce.
with transplants,
It sounds like a very Nordic brand. That
do a transplant.
I am a tree.
Yeah. Okay.
This is
Um,
a thread I saw the other day where so you know MRI machines.
Yeah.
If you're wearing metal in one of them, Andrew, you've got egg on your face, Andrew.
Sure.
The greatest personal injury case I've ever heard is an estimated Valley attorney called Chris Goodnow, right? He has picked up a client who is suing a sex toy company because he purchased a butt plug that was advertised as 100% silicone, and he wears the butt plug to an MRI appointment, and the butt plug has a metallic core and accelerated at the speed of sound up into his chest cavity,
I did see this.
and it was described as an anal rail gun. And he
Gee,
survived.
yeah.
The guy survived with major injuries.
Mm.
So somehow, I mean, if it went at the speed of sound, I don't know how it's not just like going through his fucking
It sounds
head.
like that should be out of his body and into space.
How would you? I don't know how you survived that.
Neither do I.
He
A
survived
butt
with
plug traveling the entirety of your body. Where did it get lodged? Where are we?
major injuries. I think that's near his lungs, but then it's stopping at this huge organ.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
There's a big.
Well, I hope he wins the lawsuit.
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, wearing
If
an
it's
MRI
my prerogative to go into an MRI scan with a butt plug in, if I desire, and in order to maintain the safety of that, I should be able to look at the packaging of my butt plug, and if it's 100% silicon, then I'm fine. But if there's metal in there, they fucked it.
But you can't trust
I'm on
anyone.
the man's side.
Do you not think that maybe it's better to be safe than sorry? Like there could be something.
It's
in the
his
butt plug.
prerogative to wear what he wants to an MRI.
I think if you trust a butt plug company, though, there's the people who make the butt plug company and who
So the
work
butt
for-
plug company should just get us scot-free
It sh-
because butt plug companies
No,
are
they just shouldn't be
untrustworthy.
trusted. They
Butt
should,
plug companies should be trustworthy.
but I think the people who are making the thing to go in your butt have got, they aren't exactly like Pope.
You think all
Leo-
butt
Leo.
plug company workers are ne'er-do-wellers?
I think that they're more likely to be a bit more devious.
I don't think that's fair at all.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I think the butt plug company should absolutely pay. It's their fault.
What should they pay him in? Money or
Butt plugs.
I see.
You should get an unlimited supply of butt plugs.
Yeah.
Now it's time to jump into Thinker's Corner, where we're going to hear from the best and brightest minds that have ever lived.
Who are we chopping up today, Andrew?
We're going to chop up some serious thinkers in this corner and find out just what the heck they think they're talking about.
Let's chop it up with them
Let's chop it up.
quickly.
Hmm.
In fact, fucking ignore that. Who we got in the building, Andrew?
Today, we've got Joan Rivers, who's going to join us to tell us her quote. Welcome, Joan.
Welcome, Joan. Thank you for being here.
Take it away, Joan. I've had so much plastic surgery. When I die, they'll donate my body to Tupperware. Very good. Very
I
apt.
should hope not, Joan, because that would be a scandal.
You don't want.
I don't want to eat couscous.
I don't want to
Joan.
put my chicken curry in Joan Rivers.
Ugh. Would it be like a kind of garnish of Joan? Would it have like, when like sauce? I hate
Well,
to say this.
there's a big problem with like metal and what is it? Metal and plastic getting kind of infused into your food. You shouldn't use a plastic chopping
I've heard
board.
that.
It should be a wooden one.
Do you buy into that bollocks?
Yeah, microplastics definitely a thing. Do you think it's bollocks? Do you think microplastics are bollocks?
I think microplastics is a hoax.
Do you think it's a hoax by Big Wood?
I think Big Wood.
And I ain't talking about Mitodja.
I think Big Wood and your Todger have a lot to answer for. But also, that's a crass comment, Joan. And
Crass is what
I
you're
don't-
going
I don't,
for.
I don't think that we should. You know when you wash a Tupperware, you don't quite get that sauce out.
Yes.
I don't want to have a bit of like
Joan.
Joan-y fucking marinade in my grub.
Yeah, that's
Get
true.
out. Joan-
I can't quite get Joan out of my Tupperware
And to be
box.
honest, Joan, I think you've taken it too far with the plastic surgery, and you look a bit like a cat person.
But yes, Joan, it might work for you, but I don't want Joan in my paella.
Now tell Joan a joke because she's a comedian, so make her laugh.
Why do all the boats in Denmark have a barcode on them, Joan? To Scandinavian. Your thoughts, Joan?
She's giggling into her shoulder,
Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Tupperware and boats.
but a bit of her face is falling out.
No, that's not very good. Okay, thank you, Joan. Let's get Denton Cooley out here.
Denton Cooley, what's his vibe?
Hey, you want me to cut your heart out of you?
Okay,
He
pretty
is
chill.
He's Cooley. He's an American surgeon who performed the first transplant of an artificial heart. Take away, Denton. A successful surgeon should be a man who, when asked to name the 3 best surgeons in the world, would have difficulty deciding on the other 2. So there's a lot of arrogance within surgeons, as you want to be. You've got to be confident, haven't you?
Yeah, you don't want to have like some
That's why we
wobbly-
couldn't do it. We're wobbly messes.
Sorry.
We don't. Yeah,
Do you hate me?
You got to have a strong mental and
Disposition.
yeah, and
Do an impression of a really good surgeon.
well, yes.
So I'm worried about my tummy.
well, that's no problem. We'll be taking that out.
That's good. Thank
There you go. Now, a bad surgeon. Doctor, I'm really worried about my tummy.
Me too.
Perfect. There you go. Which one would you rather have cut your tummy out? I'd probably want the confident one. So yeah, all surgeons are arrogant pricks. but
Yeah,
we
and
need
too right.
them.
They should
Too
be.
right. Then they should be arrogant pricks. So let's find out about how surgery came about. What do you mean I'm just going to chop someone open and take off their liver? You're mad, Mark. You can't be doing
what
that
am
kind
I?
of stuff. Chop liver. You're mad, Mark. You can't be doing that sort of stuff. They're going to die. Well, wait, let me tell you about a crazy new thing I've invented. It's called surgery. So, the birth of surgery. Surgery as we know it today wasn't truly invented until the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
Did you-
Okay, no, I'm interested.
and even then, outcomes were poor. But the first recorded idea, I guess, the first recorded potential surgery is a leg amputation performed on a child on the island of Borneo in the Stone Age around 31,000 years
Sounds
ago.
dodgy.
I wouldn't, if I had to have surgery,
Sounds
I wouldn't
fucked.
opt for it being on the island of Borneo 31,000 years ago.
Well, you gotta
That's
get to Borneo.
probably at the bottom of my list. I do need to tick Borneo off my travel list, though, so I might as well go there and get my leg amputated 31,000 years ago. So, skulls were discovered in France from 6,500 or 6,500 or even 650
What?
or 6,500 BCE, showing an early form of surgery that involved drilling a hole in the skull called trepanation.
Exercise trepanation.
Please exercise trepanation.
When you're walking near my
Give
scalp.
me a lobotomy. But there was some medieval surgery that was performed
Medieval.
without anaesthetic.
What do you think about the term, I'm going to go medieval on your ass?
Love it. 10 out of 10.
It's perfect.
It's 10 out of 10. It's barbaric. So before anaesthesia existed, medieval surgery was a brutal test of endurance for both patient and surgeon. Operations like amputations were performed while the patient was fully conscious, often restrained by assistants or family members. Would you restrain me if I needed to have surgery and we didn't have any aesthetic?
What are you trying to do? Get up. What am I restraining you?
Because someone's cutting me open.
Oh, so you're trying to
I'm
get
probably
stop.
trying to.
Yeah,
my
I would,
instincts are probably going to kick in and
I
go,
would
"Can you
restrain
stop?"
you. I just probably suffocate you for a bit.
Well, that's the opposite of what I need. Instead of restraining me to save my life, you're just going to kill me a different way.
I'd hold your hand actually.
Okay.
If I'm honest.
But yeah, I imagine doing it without anaesthetic is probably not ideal.
Who's anaesthetic?
She's a lovely woman who owns a pear shop in the market.
She relaxed, I guess.
Very relaxed. She's a pear saleswoman.
Bit too relaxed.
Right. Let's get into a specific surgeon whose name is Robert Liston. And
Listen, Robert.
listen, Robert, you need to do some surgery now.
Stop fucking around.
Robert Liston was a renowned Scottish surgeon. He was precise and he was speedy and he was legendary. However, he had one dodgy operation, which I would argue went pretty bloody awry.
Pretty long.
Pretty bad, if you ask
please.
me. He was trying to do a leg amputation, which accidentally ended up with a 300% mortality rate. He was so fast that he accidentally sliced the fingers of his young assistant and nicked the coat of a spectator with his scalpel. The spectator died of fright, his patient died of gangrene, and his assistant also got the same infection in his finger wound and died shortly after that.
Died of fright.
300% mortality rate for an operation is fucking fantastic. He is my hero. That is an absolute fuck up. I love it.
Also, fright, gangrene, and scalpel. It's
Funny ways to die.
pretty amazing.
Yeah, just gangrene. Well, dying of fright. I mean, that's ridiculous.
That's like a mouse.
You deserve to die.
Mice
at that
can
point.
die of fright. I've never heard of a person dying of fright.
People die of fright.
People die of broken hearts, actually.
Yeah.
Apparently, there are quite a lot of cases of people who kind of about a week after their partner dies, if they're aged,
Yeah.
they'll just
definitely.
die.
Yeah,
I think that's magic.
it is magic.
Is that how you want to go?
What, first or second?
Second.
Yeah, that probably makes sense. Probably not
It's
much.
pretty noble.
Unless I've got like grandkids and stuff that I want to see grow up for a bit, maybe I can keep soldiering on for them.
But I mean, they don't really want to see you.
They don't want to see me. I've said some horrible things to them.
You have. Do you imagine we're going to be, when you become, I don't imagine that all of the grandparents who are now racist grandparents were necessarily racist when they were younger. Or do you
Well,
think,
there was a different
I think they
time.
were born in that time, I suppose. I mean, my question is, do you think that we will be racist old people?
Not racist.
What will we have?
We'll have, our biggest thing is that we'll suggest that AI robot people aren't actually people.
Yes.
And
that's
then-
actually very possible.
And then they'll be like, no, my girlfriend is a person.
No, she's
No,
not.
she's not. She's a fucking cyborg.
yeah,
She's a toaster. You can't be in a relationship with a toaster.
she's wires.
We'll
and
be sat
buttons.
round in our care homes going, "What? My grandson is currently in a relationship with an
It's
air
fucking
fryer.
sick.
It's ridiculous."
It's like how we view the guys that have Japanese sex doll children.
yeah, pretty much
We'll regard our nephews and nieces as
as freaks.
nonsense.
But then that's what we'll say that at Christmas dinner. We'll have to. There'll be a saucepan which is just propped up at the table eating our roast, and I'll have to address him as
Stop pretending to eat, you little
I'll have to
freak.
address him as Sebastian.
Bollocks.
And then I'll go, I'm not sorry, Gwen Ledeen, I'm not talking to your saucepan. And then my daughter will be like, Andrew, come on, make an effort. It's
No, I'm sorry, it's
Christmas."
just not right.
But she's a saucepan. And my son is in love with a saucepan. What am I meant
I
to
could
do?
cook leeks in that
I could cook leeks.
thing.
Yeah, but now she's banging it and it's horrible. Andrew, no, I don't care.
They're pretending to eat as well. What the leeks? The food that they're pretending to put in their mouth is just going into a little.
Well, it's
tray.
AI, so it's got like, it eats.
But where's the food going?
Nowhere. It's fake food. It's fake eating. And that I will die on that hill.
And you should.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I'm quite bad at not dying on hills. So I think
you're
probably,
going to be dying on all sorts of hills when you're an old man.
Yeah, no, yeah,
In a really
absolutely.
lovely way.
No, I think I absolutely will be, which probably will be
Alienate your family.
Yeah, so
Fine.
So maybe I will die with my wife.
I hope so.
Yeah, I imagine you want to go with your wife.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I hope we both go like that.
yeah.
Matt, how do you think you're going to go? What's going to get you?
I feel like it'll be like a sad accident.
Sad accident.
No more questions.
There was one other one about Liston, about his he chopped someone's balls off.
What? I haven't even seen this. Liston, what are you up to now? During a particularly swift leg amputation, stop trying to be quick.
Yeah,
Liston.
relax.
Take a fucking pill
It's
of
about the slowest
relaxedness.
thing. You should be taking your fucking time with this.
I think so.
Liston,
well,
Robert.
in medieval times with no anaesthetic, they were trying to be as quick as possible. But now we have anaesthetic. Let's slow our horses down a bit.
I couldn't agree more.
Thank you. During a particularly swift leg amputation, which he often completed in under 3 minutes, Liston's enthusiasm and rapid knife work resulted in the accidental removal of the patient's testicles along with the limb.
I don't buy that it's an accident.
I don't think that's an
You
accident
don't
either.
accidentally. You cannot fuck around in that area. They're so awfully.
Obviously.
They're so awfully bulbous and
Testicles?
present. Yeah, they're so there. You can't just pretend that.
How big are your
Mine are
knackers?
pretty big. I can
Yeah,
develop.
mine are small, so...
That's sad.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't know if it's sad.
You know those jowly old dogs with like the incredibly long faces?
Yes.
My balls look like that from behind. Like they're so.
Are they big or are they saggy?
The actual ball isn't big, but their bags are big. Oh god.
So I imagine if Robert Liston chopped off your testicles,
We couldn't
it would
blame
be
him.
fair enough.
Yeah.
You can't blame the
But
guy.
I'm a
Whereas
freak
if
of
he chopped
nature.
off mine, it was like, come on, mate.
You were looking for that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They're tiny. That's
There's-
bullseye.
You've got a tiny target. That's purposeful at that point. So I guess what we're saying is
Depends
it
on
would,
the balls.
depends on the balls. If the victim had particularly small balls, you can't be doing that.
So
It's fair enough.
we'd neither forgive him nor lament him. We
Yes,
don't know enough.
We have questions to ask, which is how big the balls?
How big the balls?
How big the balls? I'm going to tell you about surgery that you'll despise.
I don't know.
This is called tooth and eye surgery.
I hate this one.
Yeah, as it says on the tin, tooth and eye surgery or osteoodontokeratoprosthesis
Fuck it.
is a procedure that, try saying that after a couple of glasses of bubbly, is a procedure that fixes irreversible damage to the cornea using a tooth.
Could you
Fuck right off. Let's not do it. Pardon?
Could you love a woman if she was called osteoodontokeratoprosthesis?
Yeah, but I couldn't love her if she had a tooth in her eye. The patient's canine and the surrounding bone is removed. A hole is drilled in the tooth and a plastic lens is inserted. The patient's own tooth is used as the body is unlikely to reject it because it comes from your own body. I don't get why tooth in eye. If I was the body and someone tried to put a tooth in my eye, I'd go, no, thank you. I don't care that it's my own. I don't want tooth in eye. The lens tooth structure is implanted into the patient's cheek where it grows new blood vessels for over a few months. The structure is then removed from the cheek and implanted into your eye. Light is able to travel through the lens, restoring the patient's vision. Few hospitals perform this surgery globally, and the only two in the UK are the Sussex Eye Hospital. That's where my cyst was removed. That's where my cyst was removed. I should have got a bloody tooth surgery. I could have got it. Well, they're fucking inept.
I don't get it.
I was passed off into the wrong department several times, but they're performing tooth
They probably
surgeries
put
into
a tooth-
eyes.
You might have a tooth in your eye right now.
I might have a fucking tooth in my
might have
eye.
a molar in
Thank
your
God I didn't go on to
eye.
general. They would have done fucking anything to me in there. Well, but my perception of them was they don't know their bloody arse from their elbow.
But it sounds like they really do. This is fucking
well, they know
grotesque.
their teeth. They know their teeth from their eyes. That's a tooth eye.
I don't understand it. What do you mean they put a
That's
tooth?
so gross.
How can they now see?
But what do you mean? I don't get it. Why would they put the tooth in the eye?
Because, well, no, I don't know.
No, but just.
The answer is I don't know.
But what do they say they're doing it for? Like, how could that possibly help?
The lens tooth structure is implanted into the patient's cheek where it grows new blood vessels. I
Lens
don't
tooth.
even
What's
know.
a lens
Can
tooth?
you type in tooth and eye surgery? Explain, please.
What's a tooth eye?
Or you know,
I think the idea is
Why
that
is it black?
if it was like some synthetic material, the body would reject it, but a tooth is recognised by the
well,
body.
but what that's like.
What's that got to do
that's-
with the eye?
How are we seeing from that?
It's just a structure with a lens on top. The lens.
What's the lens?
Whatever they've put the lens on the tooth.
Oh,
The new lens. So that it's like a camera. It just focuses the light so it hits the back of your
So is the
retina.
eye still behind? Oh, I don't even.
No, so I think
He's
the,
lost the eyeball,
He's lost the eyeball.
and then he's just got like
Oh.
a tooth with a lens over it that focuses the light to his retina so you can see. And then
Whoa.
there's some like flesh bit that grows over.
so their whole eye is a
Jesus.
tooth now.
I mean, that's genius. That's fucking. How do people come up with this shit?
So the tooth, there's no eyeball. It's just a tooth and a lens on it.
That is incredible and
It
absolutely
looks
abhorrent.
awful.
But Jesus Christ, you can still see. That is so. It's just an artificial lens I see, but I'm blown away by that. And it was happening. It was happening next door to me while I'm getting my cyst removed.
It's quite piratey, really, to have
Kind
a
of.
tooth in your eye. Yeah,
Jesus fucking Christ! Tooth and eye surgery.
and that was happening. Unbeknownst to you, Andrew.
Unbeknownst to me.
there were loads of people with tooth in their eyes.
Well, that's
All
probably
around
why it happened, because someone just went to. They were meant to go to the dental department. They went to the eye department.
Just put a tooth in his
They
eye.
Put a tooth in his eye.
Look
That's
at-
probably why.
It doesn't look good.
That's
though.
the reason why it was developed, because of the Sussex Eye Hospital not having a very good triage system.
That's the maddest surgery that we've discussed. Actually,
I think so, yeah. Tooth and eye surgery
what's the other thing? Mad cow.
disease.
Actually, that's nothing to do with this.
Tooth and eye surgery. What is it similar to? Foot and mouth disease.
Yes.
Tooth and eye, foot and mouth. Hey, is there? You've got bloody foot and mouth disease.
I can put my foot in my mouth.
Do it. Oh, he took his sock off. I don't know what's worse, keeping the sock on or taking it off. Immediately stripped the sock off. Do it.
I just did it.
Didn't see it. Keep it there for longer.
I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, just put his toe in his mouth.
So, Andrew, something I wanted to bring to your attention was the tobacco smoke enema. Sounds delicious.
Sounds delightful.
Used from the 1750s.
But enough about your weekend.
Used from the 1750s to the 1810s, the tobacco enema infused tobacco smoke into a patient's rectum or bum for various medical purposes, primarily the resuscitation of drowning victims.
Right.
So they'll bring you out of the lake, and then they'll blow a load of baccy up your ass.
Yeah.
A rectal tube inserted into the anus was connected to a fumigator and bellows that forced the smoke towards the rectum.
Right.
The warmth of the smoke was thought to promote respiration, but doubts about the credibility of tobacco enemas led to the popular phrase, Matt.
Blow smoke up someone's arse.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Now, something
Well, that's where it comes from.
quite interesting.
I like that.
I didn't know a key biological fact, which I'm sure you won't know. I hope you don't know, is that when you blow smoke up someone's bum, their tummy expands and you become a kind of like balloon. You like balloon up. You kind of porcupine fish or whatever it's
I
called.
guess that kind of makes sense.
Because, and the reason I know that is because my friend, he was in Barcelona. Sorry, he was in Barcelona on holiday.
Yeah.
And he was on Grindr. He's sort of straight. He's kind of fruity in a similar way to me, I guess. He started chatting to a trans girl online, and then went to her apartment. Immediately could hear sort of shagging through the walls, and then he went into her room, and she was just in there ripping some sort of kind of bong or like pipe that didn't look like weed. It looked like kind of something more crystal. She was basically just doing meth, and then there was gay porn on the telly, which was on her wall. And he got in there, and she was just sort of doing meth. Then he got on all fours, and she was like, "Do you mind if can I give you blowback?" And he said, "No, I'm sober." And then he
why did he get on all fours?
Because they were about to perform coitus.
Right.
I think he got in there. They started kissing and stuff. She was like, "Can I give you blowback?" He said no because he's sober and he didn't want the kind of
Meth.
possibly meth. And then he got on all fours and she started eating his bottom, and then he felt this sort of thing go into his bum, and then his tummy started expanding, and she basically blew meth up his bum, and then he came.
He came immediately?
Not immediately, but a little bit after that, and then apparently the post-nut clarity or post-butt clarity was the sort of most powerful it's ever been. Apparently it was like waking up in the club. You know, it's just like where the fuck am I? It's Tuesday morning. And then he was like, did he
feel the
No, I think he said I asked him that, and he said he was just so charged with adrenaline because it was such a mad scenario.
Yeah.
That he wasn't really sure how much he felt it. But then he came and was like, I need to go.
Yeah.
This is stressing me out. And then she was like, "Do you mind if I wank?" And then she just sat on her bed, kept ripping her sort of meth bong, and stuck the gay porn on, and then came, and then he left. And then he went and sat on a bench to cool off and had a cigarette.
Sat on a cigarette. He's putting more stuff up his bum at this point. Enough stuff up the bum there. Meth and cigarettes up there.
He went and sat on a bench and started smoking a cigarette, and then saw some guy getting robbed in front of him and was like, I need to get out of Barcelona.
Jesus.
I don't know if he's been back.
In Barcelona.
But the key takeaway is that when you get anything blown up your bum, you will expand like a fish. Like a kind of
a bloated fish.
Like a bloated fish.
Wow.
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
Smoke for bum.
Smoke for bum.
How did they discover that as a medical?
I think through things like this.
Yeah.
With my mate.
It makes sense that your tummy would blow up though.
Stuff like
you're putting hot air in there.
It does make sense. Where else is it going to go?
Yeah. Does it come out your mouth eventually? Could you burp meth?
Guess so. I think experiences like that are actually, like, when you're old, going through stuff like that is responsible for you becoming more magical when you're older, even if it's hard at the time.
Go on.
I think part of his magic is like
grandkids around the campfire. Shall I tell you about the time a trans woman blew meth up my ass?
I think that's kind of amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like that is responsible for a lot of his magic, stuff like that.
Well, giving an experience a go.
Yeah, it molds you into a
well-rounded
fully formed person.
Yeah, I guess well-rounded is an interesting phrase to use, but no, an experienced person, someone who's lived.
He's been around.
Yeah,
he's been out there and he's tasted the fruits of life.
He definitely has. You can't charge him with being boring,
right
can
now.
he? Good for him.
Yeah.
Ever had anything blown up your ass?
No. I mean, no. I don't think I've had anything blown.
Well, you haven't lived then. What are you going to tell your grandkids?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. I need to get out there.
Let's get out there and get some fucking meth.
Should we
blown up
commit
our
to
arse.
within the next year we're going to have meth blown up our bums?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
Me and you together. Right, quick fire round, Charlie. The weirdest things that have been found inside people.
What's this show called?
It's called. Oh, that's inside of a ban. First up, we've got a live eel and a rectum.
What's it doing up there?
What's it doing up there? So I imagine that might be the answer to most of these. But 50-year-old patient presented to the emergency department of Kwong Wai Hospital in Hong Kong in 2003 after inserting a 50-centimetre live eel into his rectum in a bid to relieve constipation.
I honestly can't imagine anything worse.
How badly constipated do you have to give an eel a shot?
Just to make it like eat all your shit.
You're damn right, Charlie.
Christ.
You ever put an eel up your bum because you wanted it to eat your own
I haven't
shit?
got round to that yet.
No, well, you haven't lived. What are you going to tell your grandparents?
I think that doesn't come under the remit of living. I
Yes,
think
it
I don't
does.
think it's like, oh, grandpa.
But one day, grandson, I was so constipated. I tried all of the usual methods. I tried the pills. I tried drinking sugar lemonade. And then I thought, well, this is getting so bad. I thought, I'm going to have to put a live eel up there. And you know what? It didn't work. Had to go to the hospital. And they said, why have you got an eel up your bum? And I went, well, I was so constipated, I had to try anything.
One day I just want to be just like you, Grandpa.
Well, you can, son. That's why I've got an eel nursery in my garden.
Is it a moray?
Let's go and get an eel and put it up your bum, son. Okay, you ready? There you go.
No, but I'll do it anyway for you.
So. See, you need to live a life, and it's important to. The eel bit the patient's colon. An emergency.
Of course it fucking did.
Of course it did. You
But
put
he's
an
freaking
eel
out
up your
there.
bum.
What I was thinking about this is, with the eels in the bottom, it makes sense that it bit his bum, but is there a chance it just thought it was like in the sea? Like, I mean, because it's not just eels in the sea aren't just going,
How wet is your bottom?
excuse me?
How wet is your bottom?
I couldn't possibly comment on that.
If you're putting things
don't
up
think it's
there
fair
and
to
people are
assume
getting confused that you're in the ocean, I think you've got quite a wet bum.
Thank you.
That's not okay.
I think you've got a wetter bum than me, respectfully.
Don't try and flip this on me.
No, I do think that.
You think that your bum is akin to the ocean.
Does it think that the whole world is just bum? Like, I mean, because listen,
Does an eel
Please-
think the whole world is
no,
bum?
because obviously eels in the ocean aren't just doing this to the sea. They're not just trying to eat the sea, are they? The sea is their whole world, and therefore, with the bum of this man, not just become that eel's whole world. So, is it not safe to assume that there's a chance it couldn't have bitten him because it would have just thought, "This is my world now." Your thoughts?
I think it was probably trying to bite out of a confined space that it was forced into, and probably
So
panicking and some sort of
awful.
reflex.
How big was his bum?
Eels bite generally, don't they? How big was his bum?
How big is his bum to house an eel?
You can fit a lot of shit up your bum, and not by the ones of trying. But yeah, he put an eel up his bum. He got what he fucking deserved.
A bitten bum.
A bitten fucking bottom. A man,
Next.
a 62-year-old man, was hospitalized with a suspected penile tumor until he revealed a decade-long history of injecting engine oil into his penis shaft for genital augmentation purposes.
What's he saying when he injects it?
Very good. You said exactly that, actually. I'll skip the next sentence. The petrol induced a foreign body reaction, obviously.
Yeah, this is not your penis.
This is his penis.
This is not your penis. That's going to cost you.
It is his penis, though. That's not...
Okay, well, how would it be for him?
His penis would be talking.
Brother, why you go so fast?
His penis would be talking, and then the foreign body is the oil. Now do it.
I do not think you are bonnet. What the hell? Why you put me here? I do
It's
not...
like I don't think you're not... It's like flesh.
Why you put me here? I should be in the bonnet.
No, the penis is talking, not the oil. The oil isn't having a foreign body interaction with the penis.
is saying, I should not be here. I should be
No,
back in Bucharest.
no. Again, Charlie. Again, I'm gonna force this issue. It's the penis who's having the foreign body issue, right? It's not the oil. So this needs to come from the perspective of the penis.
I am so full of... I stink now. I should not be here. I should be back in Bucharest.
No, again, the penis should be there. Okay.
Also, what's it... Send him back. The penis is saying send him back.
Yeah. Now, finally,
Penis for the penile. Penis... it should be British penis for British workers.
lovely. You see, workshopping it is important. There you go. I didn't realise. I'll be on my way home. Not me on my way home purchasing 5 tons of petrol oil. Am I right? Let's get that todger bigger.
Pia, when you find out that you can put oil in your knob.
TFW engine oil makes your penis large. Well, I'll put it in my balls, clearly. Right, we've got a traffic cone in a lung, I'm afraid. There's a traffic cone in someone's lung. And obviously, it's Paul Baxter, a British postal worker. Not that I'm saying all posties are traffic cone guzzling twerps,
But some of them are.
some of them are. One of them is Paul Baxter. Paul Baxter, a 50-year-old British postal worker, had unwittingly been harbouring a small plastic traffic cone in his lung for over 40 years.
Grow up, Paul.
Grow up, Paul. Get that cone out your lung. Finally, in 2017, he felt unwell and had an X-ray. 50 years. Well, this is, men need to fucking speak at this point.
They
That's
definitely
like
do.
I've got a lung
You
in
feeling
my...
all right, Paul? I've got a
lung
cone in my lung.
cone.
I've got a cone in my lung.
I've got a cone.
What do you think you sounded like?
Stop. Works.
Yeah.
Works until the 27th.
Don't drive here! Finally, in 2017, he felt unwell and had an X-ray, which revealed a mysterious mass in his lung, which during a bronchonoscopy, I'm fed up of oscopies.
Yeah,
and
this is pissing me
things.
off.
Just shut up. Just call it cone
Cone
removal.
lung, man.
He's got cone lung. Shut up.
I've
Stop
got a
trying to
serious case of
sound
cone
smart.
lung. Got a endoscopy.
You've done it. You've taken a cone out of someone's lung. Stop
Yeah.
trying to make it all. Oh, we actually did an endopetriosis. You took cone out lung. Shut up.
Speak English.
Speak English.
Speak plain.
It was a toy traffic cone masquerading as bronchial Shut up. It's cone lung.
Duplo, Playmobil, or Lego?
Do I clone Playmobil or Lego?
Duplo, Playmobil, or Lego?
Oh, sorry. What's Duplo?
It's big. It's massive Lego, basically.
Lego
for idiots.
I have never been interested in Lego for my entire life. My mum said she used to try and set up Lego sets for me, and I couldn't be less interested. I just wanted to watch SpongeBob on telly. Whatever that says about me, I don't know, but it's the truth.
Well, you're a film buff,
Well, yeah, I like.
and you always have been.
I always have been. And
I'm-
SpongeBob's fantastic.
I'm more of a physical learner. I'm interested in.
Did you like Lego?
I loved it.
Oh yeah, I was never.
My dad
interested.
built me the Taj Mahal.
Was that in your honor?
Yeah, my dad.
My dad built me the Taj Mahal. I know your dad sounds great,
My
but
dad built me
Jesus.
the Taj Mahal.
Right, I didn't realise that was in honour of Charlie Milner,
It
the
was.
Taj Mahal. But yeah, no, not interested in Lego at all. She said it was a nightmare. Didn't care about puzzles or Lego. Shows what kind of mind I am. Don't want to build things. My granddad was an engineer, though. A bridge engineer. A train bridge engineer. My other granddad was a dick. His doctors theorised that aspiration occurred at such a young age that the patient's airway was able to remodel and adapt to the presence of this foreign body.
It
And by
grew
foreign body,
around.
they mean the traffic cone that was in his lung. Well, I guess we'll do this. You're the lung, and the traffic cone has just entered. You're rejecting it. I'm going to beg you to do it from the perspective of the lung, not the... Actually, fuck it. Perspective of the traffic cone.
Yeah, why not? You come here to start new life. Why you? Why you not like me?
No, you're there for 40 years.
Okay, I stay. I build new.
Okay, yeah, actually, no, I like that. You've built a life. You're the cone who's built a life in this lung.
But-
and after 40 years, you finally get removed.
But I'm one of those cones that actually, because it's been sort of
One of those cones.
it's been institutionalized into
One of those institutionalized cones.
who
that we have.
now hates new foreign cones and had actually gone to the Unite the Conedom march as a
Okay.
as a cone that was an immigrant cone, but actually
Like when
now-
you get Asian people on
I
Stop
just
the
think
Boats
we should,
marches.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
That I'm one of those cones, which is a twisted mess of stuff that I don't really.
Cones are complex.
Cones are complex, but it's a kind of thorn in the side of
Sure.
progress for the cone people.
Are you going to start now?
I've just started, haven't I?
Oh, you were doing it then?
No.
We'll go now.
Okay. I think that people, there's not much room, and back in for the day when it was just cone and paint, it was fine. But now you have new type. You have flipping, I don't know, light bulb, and
He's got light bulbs in his lungs
you
as
got
well.
light bulb, and you
Fuck.
have genicula. You have
What was that?
kind of spray, light
Spray.
bulb and spray that
Yeah.
come here, and they changed the whole alchemy of the condom.
Fair enough. So that's a cone who is unhappy about how many things are in the lungs, which I'd also be unhappy about. Finally, I'm going to tell you about rotation plasty. Rotation pasty. That's a pasty turned to 90 degrees.
Donna pasty. Kind of on that wheel.
Yeah, on the spinning. Yeah. Or
That would
like a
be
rotisserie
delicious.
chicken.
Yes, because it rotates. Didn't know that until now.
Rotation plasty is a limb salvage procedure that preserves the lower part of your leg after removing the knee as an alternative to amputation above the knee. a surgeon. Can you get a
Polishing
picture of
a
this up,
turd.
please, Matt? A surgeon removes the upper part of your leg, then reattaches the lower part.
Looks crazy.
And reattaches the lower part, shin, ankle, and foot to your remaining thigh. But they rotate the lower part 180 degrees before
Why?
reattaching it so your foot points backwards.
Why?
Your ankle joint bends backwards, which is the opposite way from your knee joint. But after rotation plasty, your ankle becomes your new knee. Then you can attach prosthesis, artificial for prosthetics, whatever. Then you can attach prosthetics, an artificial limb, to your knee joint. These prosthetics on the end, together with the functional knee, allows you to return to activities like running, jumping, and high-impact sports. So, the foot is clearly the wrong way there. Can we all agree on that?
I agree.
So I
you're
imagine that's
spot
not
on.
much of... it's not doing much fucking leg work.
It looks ridiculous.
But I imagine they then take off... Does the foot... when they... Right. Explain the image for people, Charlie.
Okay. The image is basically there's a guy lying down, and he's lying down. His left leg is functioning normally, but his right leg is kind of cut in half and then reattached and then spun backwards.
There is a foot
There's a
facing
foot
the
on
wrong
his- there's a
way
foot-
at knee height.
There's a foot next to his correctly facing knee, which is turned in the opposite direction, and he kind of I can't even describe. There's nothing. I've never seen anything like that.
No.
That's like a.
So the ankle works as the knee joint, so they'll be able to... Because if you have to do above the knee amputation, then you're never going to be able to run
But what do
again.
you mean it works like the knee joint?
Because look, if my leg is amputated here, the rest of my movement for my life, even if I get a bionicle foot,
Which we hope you
a
will.
prosthetic, then I'll be walking like this, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
understood.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's below the knee, I'll be able to walk like this because I have my knee joint.
But his knee joint isn't his knee. It's
But
an ankle.
He needs the retention of the knee joint in able to operate the prosthetic, so
He
he
does-
can still walk.
But
and
it's his
run.
ankle.
But that operates as a hinge joint.
How?
Ankles, like I can move
But
my
is it
foot.
cellular?
I
Is
can move my foot up and down like that, right? Works similar to a knee joint, yeah?
Yes. I guess so. I
It's
don't
a
really
hinge joint. Are
understand.
they both hinge joints,
But it's not
maybe?
connected to. It's just like putting a fucking. It's like attaching a stick to your leg and trying to make it move like your leg. It doesn't mean it doesn't. They're not connected. I hope that makes sense.
Not really, because they've made them connected. So then they'll be able to walk. They'll be able to like run and stuff now.
Not normal.
And my only question is, do they take the foot off? I'd really hope they do.
No, they don't. This is my Mr. Potato Head theory,
Yeah.
where you just basically can just fucking jumbo whatever with whatever, and then it might work.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
can reattach my knee into my ankle.
Yeah.
You can put my tooth into my eye.
Yep.
It'll be sweet because somehow
Look at that.
fuck knows.
Look at that. I mean, but do you not marvel at the genius of it though as well?
Yes.
Like, how are we doing that? Unbelievable stuff.
Yes.
And that seems like a wonderful time to jump into Patreon Valley.
Are we cutting our way in?
Yeah, we're incising our way into Patreon Valley.
Mm.
And, you know,
The valley is everybody's under.
everyone's under. No
Everyone's
one's
just fucking planking.
Everyone thought that the other people were doing surgery on them, but no one's actually the surgeon. Everyone's the patient. So
Everyone's
there's-
very vulnerable.
They're all just completely out of it on anesthetics.
The only one that's not under is just this kind of very misty-eyed, strange boy, and we don't know who he is. We don't know how he got into the valley, but he's kind of. There's something unsettling about him. And
Right.
He's kind of walking between the bodies. He's not doing anything.
He's
like
looking a
sort
lot.
of smelling them and stuff. He looks. It's really quite like freaky. We would have Bell and Bear, but they were murdered last week by the pirates. So
So the boy is currently in charge
We'll
of
see what
Patreon
happens
Valley,
next
this
week.
mysterious boy. But yeah, there you go. So we're going to take a question now, which is from Jack Cheese and Ham Sandwich Cheese. Andrew, if Charlie was allowed to remove one of your limbs and replace it with whatever he liked, which limb would you let him remove and why? Where can you do the least damage? Whatever I remove is going to become a sweet dispenser, and it's going to, dispense polos and or Roundtree randoms or something. So I think maybe, or do I trust you and say within this? So you're going to tell me what you would do and why, and I'm going to have to. I'll live with whatever it is. Okay, what would you do with my arm? You can have my arm.
with your arm, I'm going to mount it in my house like a fish on like
What's
a
the
kind
plaque
of stuffed,
underneath it?
like a taxidermy.
Yeah,
The plaque is you in whose army?
perfect.
You in whose army?
Perfect. And what are you doing with? What am I doing? What are you doing with my arm?
With your arm, I am attaching a dead. Yeah. I'm attaching a perfectly embalmed child who died of illness.
A dead, ill child is my arm.
Yeah, he's like He's like rigor. He's like so stiff, but he died age 10, and it's tragic.
Age 10? That's a big child.
He died.
I think that's the worst possible outcome of a transplant. If I go in to get a new arm and I come out with a dead child, I don't think there's much worse than that.
But the good thing is,
do I
Andrew,
name him? Probably not.
You do name him
Armando.
Iannucci.
Yeah, Armando Iannucci, my dead boy arm.
I think what you do, Andrew, what you need to understand as well, there is a silver lining to this, you'll be pleased to hear,
Right.
which is that the boy, it doesn't look like he's in pain. He's like this.
Yes, because he's completely dead.
No, but sorry, he's not dead
peaceful.
like this.
Yeah.
He's like, he looks wistful. He looks at peace. It's quite a cool thing, actually.
So I won't
It's quite
put too
Camden.
many people off with my dead baby arm.
No, they'll be like-
sorry, not baby boy arm.
He's interesting.
He's interesting.
Who's that guy? He's got a dead boy on his arm.
Yeah.
And he obviously hasn't killed him. It's like, you got a sign, like how pregnant women on the
Yes.
underground being like,
baby on board,
dead
but
boy
it's
on my
dead boy on arm.
But I didn't do it.
But I didn't do it. I didn't kill the boy. It was attached to me
Through a surgical
via a botched
malfunction.
via a surgical issue. Now it's time to anaesthetize ourselves into Pieces pasture.
We're really out of it.
Yeah, but we're
We're
here
feeling brilliant though.
where there's a pasture of lovely flowers.
Brilliant.
And they're all performing surgery on each other. Tree surgery, something we didn't touch on but probably should have. But yes, it's time for our pieces, which don't exist.
They don't.
They don't exist. We haven't had time. It's been a very busy week.
But I'm going to be instead. The reason they don't exist is because Andrew has got appendicitis.
I have.
So I'm going to be operating on him.
Yes.
Okay, come here. Fucking hell. I hope you know that I didn't want to do this. This is disgusting. You also have a very weird lung. And you
Lung or lump?
lung.
Lung. I've got weird lung.
Yeah. And by the way, if you're gonna eat, stop eating so much fucking rubbish. It's absolute bin fire in here. Stinks. Marge, can you open the window, please? P.U. I'm gonna leave something for you to remember me by in here, and you'll find out in 40 years when it comes out your fucking chest. Fuck you. All right, we're done here.
How did the surgery go, Doctor?
Fine, it's done.
Okay. I guess that's...
You got a lot to answer for.
What do I have to answer for?
Stop eating what you're eating and stop saying what you're saying. And reflect, repent, and be free.
That's a horrible, horrible surgeon to have. Really horrible surgeon. Well, there you bloody go. Another episode in the can. What have we learnt this week, Charlie?
Well, we've learned the theorem, which I'm delighted that it's true, Andrew, which is the potato head theorem, which I feel that we've coined on this pod.
Yeah.
Mr. Potato Head theorem, which is basically you can put any body part in any other body part, and if it's not rejected, which fingers crossed it won't be,
Yeah.
you could put your fucking tooth in your eye,
Yeah.
your marrow in your spleen,
Yeah.
you can put your
At
back
this
in your
point,
bum.
What's going to happen in 20 years in the medical profession? You put shoes in your chest and fucking fish
probably,
in your lungs.
and you get a bloody Nobel Peace Prize for it, Andrew.
Bloody well. It seems that doctors and surgeons are perverts, and someone needs to stop them at some point. Stop putting things where they don't belong, even though I completely disagree with that. It's absolute magic what they're doing. What the fuck is going on?
It is magic, but it's dark magic.
Dark magic.
We just need a very staunch and strong governing body that makes sure that the doctors aren't putting stuff where it shouldn't be, because it seems that they can do whatever they want. It's hocus pocus in there, and we can't understand it. We're very vulnerable actually to surgeons. They can do
are
whatever the
vulnerable.
fuck they want.
And we have to trust them. But do we trust them?
Unless we're
Because
that-
they do sound like perverts. Arrogant perverts. Is that what surgeons are?
Some of them are. They can be. But thank you very much for everything.
That's fine. Thank you for everything as well.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
See you next week.
It's Henry and Charlie investigate. They're gonna find the truth and tell you straight. They're exploring themselves and the universe. Andrew's spoiled, Charlie's even worse. The meaning of life, they're gonna find out. So sit back and listen, you big trout. That's enough from me anyway. What the bloody hell? They're investigating today.